free Vybz Kartel.
I'm going to be very, very cautious in what I say. We had excellent police investigators, and there were a lot of challenges around the case, which I will not go into.
But the flip side is that it shows everybody that notwithstanding the challenges, you have committed professionals in the system. Judges, prosecutors, police officers, defense attorneys, and court staff who are prepared to do their very best.
Wagwan people, one are you hope everybody doing good as always. So we have some fresh updates to go on as in regards to the current situation of Vybz Kartel, Sean Storm and the rest of the mandem. We also have Vybz Kartel breaking silence after the Privy Council squashed the original conviction gave to him and Sean Storm and the rest of mandem, in which they were serving 35 years to life. You see me, people? But anyways, people, stay tuned for the details. Leave a like on the video, and if you're new to the channel, just subscribe, because I don't know, say yes, to get the latest. You see me? Yeah, we have Vybz Kartel breaking silence, but before we get now with Vybz Kartel, I have to say, just to go on a brief update on what take place. You see me? Alright, so currently we await the Court of Appeal of Jamaica to give a verdict on the matter whether or not the case will be squashed entirely and Vybz Kartel and the man them will walk free, or they will also decide whether or not they will go to a retrial. You see me? In which that will take up a lot of resources and all of them something. So they have a big decision to make. At this point, the date for the Court of Appeal of Jamaica to make a decision is not yet decided. We're not getting a date yet. So we await all of that. But once there's a date set and the Court of Appeal give a verdict, say retrial, then Vybz Kartel, them can appeal for bail. But if them say free, immediately, them let them go. You see me? So that are the current update we will have on that. Now, we're going to make you hear from Vybz Kartel, and also we have a live show now, a Vybz Kartel previous lawyer explaining what go down and what gonna happen going forward. So stay tuned for the live day. So this is the message Vybz Kartel sent to Lisa Everard at the Fox 5 News. I feel victorious in this very moment as the Privy Council in their infinite wisdom understood the assignment and remedied the situation by squashing my conviction. I am now back to being an innocent man in the eyes of the law. A grave injustice was done to me and my co-accused in the original trial. Subsequently, Isaac Buchanan, John Clark, David Hillop, Hugh Soley, Julian Mullins, and Alexandra Lebich played my cause, and my cries were heard in the land's highest court. I am also confident that the Court of Appeal in Jamaica will also do the right thing in the name of equity, fairness, and justice and free us. Some people have expressed their concerns to me that a retrial may be ordered, but to them I say, albeit with my limited knowledge of the law, what is there to retry? Indeed, the very same Court of Appeal in Jamaica, while upholding my conviction, clearly stated that the lone eyewitness, Lemar Chow, and I quote, severely impugned himself, meaning he's a liar extraordinaire, and was not believed by the Jamaican Court of Appeal judges. However, they allowed the conviction to stand based on the cell phone evidence which was shown to be tampered with and subsequently rendered useless, and was unsafe by analysts from the forensic expert that was hired by my team in the United Kingdom. Not only that, police officers in the original trial also admitted that they tampered with the text messages using the Cellbrite machine, and even admitted that they used the cell phones which were in evidence to make phone calls and send text messages to various numbers, including my then lawyer, my baby mother, and my music publisher. With that being said, the most important point to me is that I am an innocent man. So in reality, I am in the least bit of worry, as I know I will be acquitted and go home to my family who have not been seen together with for over 1 year. Okay, viewers, so there you have it from Vybz Kartel himself. Basically, I'm gonna know, so I'm confident say he's gonna be acquitted. Him and the man them are gonna walk free very soon. So just going on the update as always. Now have a live from Miss Valerie Nita Robinson, a former lawyer of Vybz Kartel, and she's basically giving her understanding of what took place today and what we should expect. You see me? So watch the live and y'all can leave your thoughts on this one in the comment section.
What's next for Vybz Kartel and Isaac Buchanan?
Well, I believe the matter will go back before the Court of Appeal for a decision to be made.
Anytime soon?
I expect it to be soon. It's been 15 years now. I think it's 15 or more. I think it should be dealt with as a matter of priority.
Indeed.
The prosecution and the defense will make submissions. The court will make a decision. I expect that he will get bail because he deserves bail.
He deserves bail. And to deny him bail with having a man sitting in custody for over 13 years.
That's right.
And going through appeal, going through the trial, then appeal, and appeal again, all the way to the previous counsel, and now to be given a lifeline. I think it would be cruel and unusual punishment to deny him bail, to sit there and wait until another trial, because at this moment he's been told by the Privy Council that you're not a convict.
Yes.
You're not convicted.
That's right. And remember, he's not well, so on humanitarian grounds he should be allowed to go and recover his health. I think that's a priority.
Anything you can tell us about his health?
He's not well. He's in need of proper care, proper diet, an environment that is stress-free, because these things aggravate his condition.
So all of that will be brought forward in his first bail hearing to be able to get him and hopefully his co-accused released on bail pending whatever decisions is made in the Court of Appeal.
Yes.
If you were a betting woman, would you say retrial or no retrial?
If I were a betting woman, I think you know what I would say.
Wait and see.
Wait and see. We have a department of the JCF that is supposed to serve summonses, and sometimes it only comprises 2 people with 1 car to serve 300-400 summonses. It's not gonna happen. A lot of times they throw them away.
Interesting.
Because they can't be bothered with the effort to go to find these people and to serve them. What we need to do, and it has been exhaustively said, and we are looking at becoming a republic, of doing away with the Queen, which I believe, I agree with, but not the Privy Council, not now, right? We need to pay attention to these matters.
Well, the verdict that came out of the Privy Council today goes a long way. Is telling people in our country that justice is properly served in the Privy Council.
Yeah.
Now, this is not to say that one still couldn't have hope for the Caribbean Court of Justice, but I can tell you that they're a long way in developing to arrive where the Privy Council in its balance demonstrated justice today, because the fact of the matter is when they examined not the evidence did not go before them. What went before them was the errors in the procedures of the trial, and they saw mountains of errors, which they pointed out, and one got the feeling that they were in awe that this went past the Jamaican appeal court, and arrived to them. So there is some amount of comfort that every citizen of this country should have in the fact that there's a case to be made about keeping the Privy Council as the final court.
That's right. Yeah. And one of the things is that, that is very sad, is that the ordinary man in the street cannot afford to go to the Privy Council.
Vybz Kartel certainly could.
Yes.
Hence why he got the justice that he paid for.
That's right.
I meant that to say that could he not afford the lawyers having to travel to represent him, to defend him to the way that they want, and fighting for over 10 years to arrive at this decision, he might not have had his day in court. Because let's be fair, the average man out there who would like to have proper justice, balanced justice that comes out of a place like the Privy Council. He just does not have the pocketbook to be able to afford it.
And the legal aid system we have in Jamaica does not provide for that either, which they should. I mean, we're not even talking about the little pittance that they're giving lawyers to defend people, and it's the junior lawyers that are engaged in doing that, which should not be. We need to make sure that we maintain an adequate system of justice and representation by attorneys.
Let me ask you a question. In your years of practicing law, are you surprised that this case went so far and having to arrive at the Privy Council, that our Supreme Court, our appeals court, did not see the errors in law? Are you surprised?
Okay, when I was involved in the appeal, I was of the view exactly what the decision of the Privy Council was today was my view.
Right.
I expected our Court of Appeal to see the issues, especially the one about the juries. And let me tell you, what was given in this case was worse
indeed
than it really is, because I did the trial of the juror who was accused.
Okay.
And so I had the opportunity to cross-examine some of the jurors the prosecution brought as witnesses. So, you know, I expected that our Court of Appeal would have seen the points, especially the one on the jury, but they didn't see.
So that might explain why the decision by the Privy Council took less than a month to come back, and the way they did, because it was a clear-cut case of problems with the jury, you know, and other things that they saw. Okay. Do you think now that the court, the Privy Council has ruled that the case should go back to the appeals court here to be for them to decide if the state wants to retry the matter?
That's right.
Do you honestly believe that, one, is it worth the state's time? Two, there's a matter of the evidence which would have been preserved over a 10 to 12 year period, and then there's the witnesses to call them in, to find them, to retry this case. In your learned opinion, do you think the state will opt to retry this case?
It is going to require a lot of repositioning and reorganizing and availability of witnesses to retry the matter. And I hope that my confidence in the justice system will be confirmed when that decision is taken by the Director of Public Prosecution.
I'm going to ask you a mischievous question, because all of us, including the DPP, sometimes operate with a little bit of ego. Okay, do you think she will go so far as to try to save face? Because this matter has two sides to it. There's the personal side of her issues with Isaac Buchanan that went all the way to the Bar Association, for which he was suspended, and then you took up the matter. And I remember you saying to me, don't worry yourself, watch the play. Okay, and indeed what seemed like he wasn't going to be able to have his day to try this matter before the Privy Council, you got it overturned. Okay. Do you believe that she would try to save face and apply ego and go ahead with retrying this matter, costing the state's money, okay, and run the risk that a new jury of their peers, might find them not guilty?
Well, I am so sorry. I cannot tell you what the learned DPP will do at any
I did say it's a mischievous question.
Yes, I don't know. But insofar as Isat Buchanan is concerned, I would expect that she would move beyond that. You know, he's young, people are. He should be given a chance to recover.
Indeed.
Personally, I think he's a very bright young man with a lot of potential.